to expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with On Demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. College basketball this afternoon. The Tigers of DePauw come to town. They're 8-2 on the season. They'll be taking on the Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman, entering today's contest at 6-3. College basketball on RHIT.TV, brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955, with 5 central Indiana locations. Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and service needs. Boilermaker Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burtner Electric, spark with confidence, your trusted electrician partners since 1986. Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893, thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures one store at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LiUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. And the IndianaSRN sports page, from the court to the field, IndianaSRN brings it home. Daily information from coast to coast and border to border. Troy Dergowski, Sean Shepard with you here this afternoon. A non-conference matchup. 2 games to go for Rose-Hulman before they head to Christmas break. Sean, we talked about this game the other night, at least from a Rose-Hulman standpoint. They didn't play very well against Earlham. There's no doubt about that. You saw it. I saw it. And against a very good DePauw team, they will have to be much more focused today.
Oh, for sure. If they played the way they did against Earlham, then it's advantage DePauw. Just could not get anything going. Came out flat. Defense was not stellar. Fouled multiple times beyond the three-point arc, and really just did not have a good game. Was lucky to escape with that victory on Wednesday.
Well, today it's a new game. It's a new day. Finals are over with for Rose-Hulman. They can think of nothing but basketball now. And, of course, they'll be back on Tuesday against Olivet. But let's talk about DePauw. They're playing exceptional basketball right now. They have so many different weapons coming into this game here today to 8-2. They've won 4 in a row, and they're playing well on the road. Yeah,
they've been playing really well like you said, on a 4-game winning streak. And each one of those victories have been by double digits. So they've been not only beating people consistently, but really beating them somewhat badly the last 4 games, and they are playing the best basketball they have all season.
All right, talk about some of their personnel, and they have 4 players in double figures, and another one just outside of double figures, so you have a lot of weapons.
Yeah, Ref Stevenson, Sam Jacobs, both of those players averaging over 16 points a game. Stevenson leading the way with almost 19 points a game. Jacobs right at 16 points a game, but also dishing out 3 assists per game as well.
The other aspect, you look at their shooting numbers, especially when you think about Stevenson, big kid inside at 6'9", at 71%, which is almost unheard of at any level. Sam Jacobs at 51% overall, but he shoots the 3 extremely well at 43%. You got to love that inside-outside game that they'll bring here today.
He does. Every shot that he takes looks like it's going in, so he's been shooting the ball really well this season. Let's see if it continues throughout this game against Rose-Hulman.
By the way, Brady Kunk is another guy at 64%, so some of the numbers just keep going up. And then Caleb Washington also at 56%. He'll be another outside threat at 46% from three-point range. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the Fighting Engineers, talk about their game against Earlham as they come into this one here this afternoon looking to get their 7th win of the year. It's all coming up right here on RHIT.TV.
Rose allowed me to have a good foundation. as an engineer, like you enjoy solving those problems. There are 500 different directions that we could go, and only one is likely the right one that's going to work. Figuring out why it works or why it could work, what could break, like really thinking 5 steps ahead. That's what Rose teaches you to do. It's not a factory of like just trying to get people out the door and getting them their degrees. Like they genuinely care about each individual student. They want you to walk away feeling like you got out of it what you wanted. That's what sets Rose-Hulman apart. Together, we are Rose-Hulman.
We welcome you back to Rose-Hulman. The Fighting Engineers looking for their 7th win of the season. They come off that win over Earlham. They shot 55% in that game, though when you watch the game, Sean, it was kind of hard to tell because it was kind of a streaky 55. Earlham gave them a battle right to the very end. Talk about that game and the win, and then also key some of the players we're going to look for today.
Well, it was really back and forth throughout the entire game, the last game against Earlham. And in fact, Earlham had a nice little lead, 6 points with about 7 minutes to go in the game, and Rose-Hulman ended up, waking up a little bit, came back and won that game 79-71, but really Earlham gave Rose-Hulman everything they had and more. And for Rose-Hulman, really got lucky with that victory. And, you could learn as much with an ugly win as you can with an ugly loss. So that was definitely a learning game for them. It was really the ultimate trap game because they had just played a really good Anderson team, and then they had played an Earlham team who was 1-8 entering that game. And then after that, now playing a team like DePauw.
Talk about their personnel. I'm going to start first off with Joey Schmitz, who in 2 games has not had the Joey Schmitz kind of games we have seen him at the beginning of the season. A guy that's got to find a way to get that outside shot going at, I think, 8 points 2 games ago, or 5 points 2 games ago, and then 8 points in his last game. But this is a double-digit guy, and they got to find a way to get him untracked here today.
They do, and not only him but Price, and they have to get a lot of players back on board, because they did have a few players step up, and that's something that Nick Sales likes to talk about as well. Is that they don't rely on just 1 or 2 players; they rely on other players as well to step up, which is one good thing about having a team like this. But also, whenever you have Schmitz and Price really not playing like themselves, that is recipe for disaster.
Daniel Savovich had a nice game against Earlham. He had 21. Also in the scoring column, Will McElhaney off the bench with 15. You talk about players that are coming off the bench, and Evan Gentile's another one, had 10 points against the Quakers. And that's what impresses you most about Rose-Hulman this year as opposed to maybe previous years, their ability to bring guys off the bench and give them production that they haven't had in the last couple of seasons.
They have, and this is also a fairly young Rose-Hulman team as well. Not a whole lot of upperclassmen. A lot of them really just freshmen and juniors. We don't have really many sophomores on this squad as well for Rose-Hulman. But if you look at, Gentile, Savovich, both of those players, freshmen and juniors. So, a really young team overall.
And should mention in that game against Earlham, and this is something that Rose has been very good at, and that's getting points in the paint. They had 50 against Earlham the other night, and they're going to want to do that again here today.
They are for sure, and that could be an advantage because DePauw their tallest player is 6'9", and it is Stevenson, so that's going to be a really interesting matchup to see Stevenson versus Price to see who will be more dominant down low.
All right. Non-conference matchup coming up. The Tigers of DePauw, the Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman. It's coming up next on RHIT.TV.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
At Rose-Hulman, our goal is to give our students the world's best STEM education in an environment of individual attention and support, all while achieving over 98% job placement after graduation. Your first year at Rose is all about building community. During your time at Rose, you'll be collaborating with other students in a diverse array of clubs, intramurals, and out in the community. You might be in the 40% of students that play a sport, or the third that are involved in fraternities and sororities. Over 90% of all Rose-Hulman students have at least one internship, co-op or research opportunity, or study abroad by the start of their senior year. Your degree in STEM means you won't be stuck on one path, though. STEM is all about creative problem solving, and Rose-Hulman is a place where creative minds thrive. The skills you learn here will help you reach your career goals and will grow with you as a person for the rest of your life.
Back here at Rose-Hulman, the starters today for DePauw. Again, they are 8-2 on the season. Ref Stevenson wears number 2. He'll be joined by Sam Jacobs, along with Brady Kunkla, as well as Caleb Washington and Joe Smith. So again, Stevenson, Jacobs, Kunkla, Washington, and Smith today for DePauw. For Rose-Hulman, Kobe Studemeyer gets the start. He wears number 2. Daniel Savovich wearing number 10. Cole Pride, big guy in the middle at 6'8". Cole Pride wears number 23. Joey Schmitz is number 15, and Christian Torres wearing number 11. Time for the keys to the game. Back over to Mr. Shepard. Talk about this one here this afternoon. We'll start first off with DePauw and what they need to do to pull off another road win.
Just be balanced, because they have a lot of players that average double-digit points. So balance is the real key for this team. Do not rely on one player. Stevens is going to be really guarded heavy down low in the paint. So really, you also rely on your outside shooting as well. While for Rose-Hulman, you really just got to come out strong because you really came out flat against Earlham, and it really almost cost you the game. All right, we're ready to go. This will be the second to the final game before the Christmas break for Rose-Hulman. We're back here Tuesday for a 1 o'clock start when they play Olivet. Pregame will begin at 12:45. We're ready to go as Rose-Hulman in their home whites, DePauw in their traveling black uniforms trimmed in gold, and here we go. Pretty good crowd on hand for being a Saturday afternoon, and everybody doing their Christmas shopping, and also all the college football going on today. It'll be a tip won by the Tigers. They'll have it first here this afternoon. Well, talking about the crowd, it really helps when both these schools are divided by about 45 minutes. What a block from Torres, but they called a foul.
Torres, he probably felt a little snake bit the other day. At the one time, he got 2 quick fouls, and he also had the lane violation, and it didn't seem like he was the same player the rest of the way.
Yeah, it kind of riled him a little bit. Look at the replay, saw a little bit of contact on that.
So that'll put Stevenson at the line, averaging 18.8 points and 10 rebounds per game. Christian Torres is one of those guys that has the length to him to be such a presence on defense. They really love to get him going more offensively. Coming into this one, averaging 9 points per game. Savovich on the screen and roll to Pride, off the glass and good.
Pride really did a nice job just getting open underneath. Use his strength to go up against 2 defenders and just laid it in.
Pride averaging nearly 14 per game. DePauw with their first turnover. Back the other way, Savovich will set, fire, and hit it.
And that's something that really needs to keep going well as well for Rose-Hulman, something that they struggled in really early in that first game, or first half against Earlham, was their three-point shooting. Getting hot early, this is the start that you would want if you are Rose-Hulman, and there's another turnover.
Joe Smith turning it over. We'll head back the other way. Pride wide open for three. It's short. Rebound Studemeyer. Here is Schmitz with the basketball. 9 on the shot clock. Studemeyer back to Pride. Schmitz gets the screen. Schmitz pulls up from 3. No good.
They had a quiet game. The shot clock should have reset, and it has.
Yeah, they had the horn go off, but it will be Rose-Hulman basketball. Torres will fire from 3, and he shoots an air ball. Savovich saves it from going out of bounds. We'll go the other way.
You still like the effort, though, from Rose-Hulman to try to get another offensive possession. There's someone you do not want to leave wide open, Jacobs.
Yeah, Jacobs missing the 3 from the corner. We talked about it earlier, 43% three-point shooter. So DePauw remains scoreless here in their first couple of possessions, and that includes 2 turnovers. Pride, the drive off the glass, good.
Just a dream start for Rose-Hulman here against this DePauw Tigers team. The DePauw Tigers team who received both in the top 25 this week for Division III top 25.
Yeah, so Rose-Hulman has come to play here this afternoon. Nice up and under. The shot missed by Caleb Washington, and they remain scoreless. This is Studemeyer. Rose-Hulman a chance to perhaps go up double digits. Here is the shot on the way, good by Joey Schmitz. 3 different players now scoring.
And you're going to see a mass substitution coming in for DePauw.
Feels like a hockey game here. Going to go 5 out, 5 in. Jacobs in the lane, got the roll.
First 2 points for DePauw belong to Jacobs. But again, if you are DePauw, the Stars come out kind of flat. And that's why you're seeing the bench come in, try to produce a spark.
Savovich will go to the line for 2. It took DePauw around the 3-minute mark to score on the shot by Jacobs. And it is Jacobs who picks up the foul. That's his first, and Savovich at the line. So
Savovich, a 90% free throw shooter, misses the first one, so a rare miss for him. And then again, we see the mass substitutions in for DePauw. 5 new, fresh legs up on the court.
And some players that you haven't really seen play a whole lot, including number 13, Owen Goddard. Second free throw is good by Savovich, and it's now 10-2. Well, you can always tell when a head coach isn't happy with your starters when he goes with 5 new players.
Especially 3.5 minutes into the game.
Yeah. So DePauw basketball. Billy Bach one of those in along with Andre Ozlowski. That is Ozlowski in the lane. Short on the shot. Might have been contact there as well. 5 on the shot clock. The high screen. The kick and the shot by Bach is no good. Offensive rebound, then a tie-up as Rose-Hulman has come with a sub as well with Will McElhaney entering the lineup. He was really instrumental in their win the other night against Earlham.
Yeah, had a lot of great backup minutes. You know, you mentioned, I heard on the air, that he plays a little bit bigger than 6'5", and I would agree with that because he is all over the court. He's lengthy and is just able to be at the right place at the right time, especially on Wednesday.
This is Schmitz. The drive down the lane, the scoop shot's going to be blocked, and then Schmitz commits the foul. And we have our first TV timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Rose-Hulman leads it by 8.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
College basketball on RHIT.TV, brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer, serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give them a call, 317-849-0810. 8-point lead. Rose-Hulman here in the first half. Starters still on the bench for DePauw. Trying to get this offense going in this opening period of play. That ball turned over. That's number 3. Studemeyer near side. Schmitz, actually it's going to have been Gentili in the ball game as Pride misses the 3 short and will head the other way. Numbers this time for the Tigers, and they turn it over again. That's number 4.
You see a little bit more energy from the bench players, though, from DePauw. It was the right play, not the best execution. Turnover number 4 already for DePauw. And this is the exact opposite start that we saw from Rose-Hulman today than what we saw on Wednesday. They've come out a lot more poised.
By the way, Jack Murphy checking in for Rose-Hulman. Savovich stops, fires from 16, and hits it. 6 now for Savovich. He's off to a good start once again. Now a 10-point lead for Rose-Hulman. The drive in the lane and a foul against Murphy. Basket is good as Vance Nixon, averaging 6 per game, gets on the board. So Murphy picks up number 1. More changes here for DePauw as Sam Jacobs will come in. Caleb Washington checking back into the lineup, as is Brady Kunka.
Yeah, all the starters coming back in, including Stevenson after this free throw.
Think they got the message?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I think so. I mean, it's the right move. You know, you didn't lose anything by putting the starters on the bench just for a little bit. After a rough start, after they came out playing flat, maybe it wakes them up.
Gentili swings it to McElhaney. Shot by Studemeyer's up and good from 16. Kobe on the board for the first time, averages 4 per game. And the lead now at 9. Off the screen is Smith. This is Jacobs. Very patient offensively in this possession, especially after you talked about, again, the 4 turnovers already. Contact on the floor. That'll go against McElhaney.
I'm not exactly sure how he ended up on the ground. Looks like he might have slipped.
Yeah, I think he did. So McElhaney picks up number 1. That is the 4th team foul.
It's an odd way of picking up a foul, slipping and committing the foul.
Well, the good news is the guy didn't drive around him. So
that's true.
If you're going to foul, make sure nothing's hurt from there.
So make sure it's all mopped up.
I'm a little surprised that the young lady who is mopping the floor didn't hustle a little bit more, aren't you?
Well, I mean, they're all athletes, so maybe they're taking their sweet time on the court, not having to sweat and everything, while actually being on the court for once.
So it'll be more leisurely.
Mm-hmm.
Jacobs from 15. Jacobs now with 4. And the lead at 7.
He's going to be your go-to guy because not only can he score, but he can also dish out some good passes and make the right plays whenever it's needed. Wasn't as much of a scorer in high school as he is now in college.
Studemeyer misses the 3. Rebound by Stevenson. Well, tell you what, DePauw likes that pipeline from Hamilton Southeastern, don't they?
Mm-hmm. They have a couple players from HSC on this squad.
Foul call on Gentili as he took Conca to the floor. So Gentili picks up number 1.
They actually have a lot of players from the Indy area. Granted, it's only, it's 45 minutes from Indianapolis. But,
True.
A lot of players from Hamilton County. There's a Ozlowski from Carmel. Actually went to Guerin, though.
That'll be a travel against Caleb Washington. That is now the 5th turnover.
Actually went to University, not Guerin, University. Which, those who don't know, very small high school, west side of Carmel.
There you go.
So, yes, Carmel does have 2 high schools.
Yeah, they do. Into the lineup now for Rose-Hulman. Nate Smith really didn't play much at all the other night against Earlham, but Smith checks in. Here's Cole Pride. Pride did get away with the travel. Here's McElhaney, the kick out. Once again, Smith. Good defense here by the Tigers. And a turnover.
Miscommunication. Looked like Pride was supposed to go more into the paint to get the open pass. Instead, just stood up there and turnover.
I think Nick Sales was telling Cole Pride, we need you to shoot the basketball. He had an opportunity to perhaps get a look.
He's a solid shooter, 35% from 3. So.
Yeah. Stevenson and Pride. 2 bigs down low, the miss by Stevenson.
That was nice defense from Pride to not foul, just keep his arms straight up. Use his body against him as well.
Savovich, the screen from McElhaney, back to Pride. Gentili can be instant offense off the bench. He'll hit Pride down in the low block. Pride spins to the baseline, off the glass, no good. Today's game brought to you in part by Beatty Insurance, a company which understands your industry and what's on the line for you. Call Lance at 812-522-5640. We got a foul on the floor. We've got a timeout as well. Rose-Hulman on top of this one, 14-7.
Nanotechnology is in so many different facets of our lives that we don't even realize. So the easy thing is smartphones, nanoscale chips that are in the smartphones. Something else you don't think about are the sensors in all of our cameras. Those sensors that give us the pretty pictures are made by nano engineers. Glitter, it's everywhere, right? Parents' worst nightmare. It's actually a highly designed structure of thin films that they create to have a certain effect. And so that's why you have a single colored glitter, you have a color shift glitter. That's nano engineering.
College basketball brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374, where they represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in Indiana. Whether it's a new build, upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Local 374 to get the job done right the first time. All right, early impressions. You're 8 minutes in, 14-7 your score. DePauw gets off to a slow start, but now they're slowly getting back into this.
They're slowly getting back into it. You know, both teams have been playing a little bit sloppy the last couple of minutes, a couple of turnovers from each of the squads. But overall, Rose-Hulman came into this game a lot more aggressive on both sides of the ball than they did against Earlham. The scoreboard may not show it, but they have played a lot better so far than they did on Wednesday.
Jacobs on the double team, able to power it up and good. Well, I tell you what, pretty strong kid.
That's a tough shot.
6 now for Jacobs, lead down to 5. And here's a long-range 3 by Schmitz. They're one and done. Tigers quickly push the ball up the floor. Inside to Stevenson. Stevenson lost it on the way up. Here is Smith. Pride got bumped from behind, no whistle. Pride looking to back his man down, and a foul call underneath. That'll go against Caleb Washington, his first.
Looking back at Jacobs' jumper, that was through 2 defenders. May have gotten even away with an and one as well for Rose-Hulman.
That's not an easy shot by any means.
It's not.
Handoff Schmitz. The kick. Gentili for 3. Yes. Gentili coming off a 10-point performance against Earlham gets his first 3.
He was huge off the bench on Wednesday. Really put a nice spark on this squad and really probably was a big factor to why they won on Wednesday.
Handoff now to Joe Smith. Shot clock is now at 9. The kick inside to Stevenson, and will dunk it with 2 hands. He's a heck of an athlete.
Yeah, but that's his first points of the game. He'll need to get a little bit more active the rest of the game. They'll need all 19, but they'll need all of his average to have a shot in this game right now, based on how Rose-Hulman is playing.
How about Cole Pride? The jumper over Stevenson a little bit hard. Will head the other way. 6-point lead now for Rose-Hulman. Yeah, you can kind of tell they've settled in a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Stevenson off the drive, and a foul call. Will head to the free throw line as Stevenson 0 for 2 from the line. Take another look at the 3 moments ago.
Gentili, a nice open shot there, and then Stevenson just with the dunk. The great pass from Washington for the easy dunk.
Stevenson hits his first. He has 3.
And 0 for 2 from the charity stripe earlier.
Cole Pride, by the way, moments ago picked up his first foul. Both teams will make changes once again in their lineup, as we will see Murphy come back in. Also Vance Nixon checking back in now for DePauw. Nate Smith stays at the point. He's a good player coming off the bench for the Quakers. Now he'll fire and miss it off the back of the iron.
Now this is where it could get interesting, because now you see DePauw really coming into a groove here. Starting with that man right there, Sam Jacobs.
Foul's going to go against DePauw. A rare miss by Sam Jacobs. They're going to get Vance Nixon on the foul, his first. College basketball brought to you in part by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper have been the trusted partners for inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation. For more information, give them a call, 317-396-1023. The step back 3 is on the way. That was way short that time by Nate Smith.
You gotta wonder if he should have just got on with it instead of taking the dribble and then taking the shot.
Here's a 3 the other way, no good by Caleb Washington and Torres.
That's a big boy rebound there.
Isn't it?
Taking that away from Bach.
Lead is at 4. Plenty time on the shot clock. Schmitz gets the screen from Torres. Torres, 3 in the corner is no good. So now the Fighting Engineers have gone a little bit cold in the last few possessions.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is get streaky throughout the game. One way, especially if you're ice cold, then that's a streak you do not want to be a part of.
The lean in and the block. And that will put DePauw at the free throw line. Torres will pick up the foul.
That's his second. So he'll have to take a seat for a little while.
Yeah, Nixon at the line for 2. Here's another look at right here.
Yeah, he was moving a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about Christian the other night. Ended up getting those 2 fouls and that 1 lane violation. It just kind of, I think, played with his mind a little bit. And, of course, they had to go through finals throughout the day, too. I think it was just not a good mental night for the Fighting Engineers against Earlham. Second free throw is good.
Especially with how hard of a school Rose-Hulman actually is.
Yeah. So the lead down to 2. As we're coming up on 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Savovich from 16 missed it. They have gone cold again from the outside. Jacobs, skip pass in the corner. The 3 is on the way. It is good as Billy Bach out of LaGrange, Illinois gets his first bucket.
Again, the right play being made by Jacobs. He had a turnover earlier in the half, but it was the right idea. This one was just much better executed.
Not a great shot attempt that time by Joey Schmitz, and then he reached in and commits his second foul as DePauw now with a 1-point lead. Here's that 3 moments ago. So that's Bach again getting his first basket, and we will walk to the other end and shoot free throws. One more here for Eli. Eli Ellis now 1 for 2. 19-17. The entry to Murphy, left hand off the glass, good.
Much needed bucket for Rose-Hulman. Had gone ice cold lately. Now ties it back up.
Jacobs on the drive and off the shoulder of Ozlowski, and we have a timeout on the floor. Here's that last play by Murphy. We'll take a timeout as well. We're tied at 19.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
At Riskwork, we're Team Indiana through and through. From coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
Today's game brought to you in part by Dynamark Graphics Group. Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. They've been serving the Indianapolis area for over 50 years. Dynamark builds strong relationships through exceptional service. Give them a call, 317-328-2555. We have a close one going here in the first half. DePauw looking for their 9th win. They are 3-0 on the road this season, so they've been pretty much undaunted on the road, averaging nearly 86 points per game. Savovich, the kick out. McElhaney for 3, no good. Pride battling for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and Pride can't hold on. He might have caught a finger in the eye on that one.
And that's not fun to have. That's painful to have, actually.
So now DePauw chance to regain the lead. They had trailed up until they got the lead by 1 moments ago. A lot of contact off the dribble there for Bach. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Jacobs gets rid of it. They'll swing it now left side. Ozlowski on the drive. Feeds inside, and missing the layup easily was Nixon. Studemeyer quickly the other way. Had a chance to score on that one, but throws it away. Turnover. Rose-Hulman on the fast break the other way. Tough shot off the glass as Bach now has 5.
Again, did not have numbers, but found the open man behind him and just hit the tough shot. Did Bach.
Got a foul underneath as Cole Pride went to the floor.
That's on Dixon. That's his second.
And it will be Vance Nixon who has 5 points off the bench. Boy, he missed a puppy at the other end of the floor. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back. That's one of those that just kind of slips out of your hand on the way up. 26 on the shot clock, so still plenty of time. Savovic deep in the corner, has to get rid of it. Gentili, the double high screen. Gentili on the drive, off the glass too hard. The tip out by McElhaney. Savovic, step back three on the ways off the side of the backboard. McElhaney takes it away from Stevenson, and we got a foul, and we'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, McElhaney able to just really, the ball came right to him. So got a nice rebound, just unable to get the finish, but does draw the foul.
Bach picks up the foul. By the way, McElhaney's mom is taking pictures. She always takes pictures at the home games. I noticed she moved a little further away down in the corner. She used to be right near the basket, and he almost ran her over the other night.
Maybe that's why she moved down.
Yeah, I think she probably thought, I think I'll move down here just a little bit. Will McElhaney's numbers at 7.4 points, 4.4 rebounds. He has his first point here this afternoon. It's now a 1-point lead. So Tiger basketball. High screen by Stevenson. They nearly throw it away. Good hands there by Billy Bach. Double team in the corner. 10 on the shot clock. And a turnover. Number 6 now for DePauw. Gentili, skip pass. 3 on the way is no good by Studemeyer. Long rebound battled for, and coming away with it will be Savovic. High screen McElhaney, Savovic. Back to McElhaney, puts it on the floor with the left hand, spins inside, and a foul call. They got Stevenson.
That is just his first. But again, offensive rebounds, that's another second chance opportunities for Rose Holman. That's and one thing that Coach Lloyd probably wants to see a little bit better of from his team is limiting those offensive rebounds. But luckily for him, McElhaney's actually just 1 of 3 from the charity stripe.
Watching the interaction between the coach at DePauw and the official who made the foul call, and generally that never goes all that well. McElhaney now has 2. And we're tied at 21. Stevenson 4 points here in the first half, averaging 18.8. They've had a difficult time getting it inside. Here's a 3 on the way. It is good as Eli Ellis out of Plainfield. He's a sophomore. Now 3-point lead. Cole Pride down low against Stevenson. Pride the jump hook, good.
Pride just has a nice touch around the rim.
6 points now by Pride. That is Stevenson. That's a wild shot, missed, and coming away with it is Savovic as Cole Pride goes down again, and he might have taken another shot to the mouth on this one. They're down in numbers. They'll have to wait for him to make his way. Studemeyer looking now for McElhaney. Skip pass to Pride. Wide open for 3, and he missed it. And coming away with it on the rebound will be Kunka. And I think he traveled with it right there.
They said that he bobbled it.
Here's Stevenson. Stevenson and Pride, a very physical matchup between those two post players. Stevenson backing in. Shot no good, and a late whistle, a foul call against Rose off the rebound by Ozlowski.
I called it on the rebound.
Savovic picks up the foul, and there you see the 3 by Bach moments ago. Or that was actually Ellis. And then there's Cole Pride. You used to have a jump hook like that, didn't you?
Never played basketball.
What?
I never did.
Free throw is good. Now, the one thing you got to remember, most people that watch these broadcasts, they really don't know who you and I are. Tell them you're an All-American. What are they going to care, right? Just cross your fingers.
I have a relative who was an All-American.
I know you did. But now we need to make him believe that You are an All-American, too. You will be if I have my way by the end of the broadcast.
Fair enough.
Studemeyer, the high screen from Pride. Pride gets it back, strong drive, takes a hard hit, gets it back, and now a whistle and a foul. They may get Stevenson again.
That is on Stevenson.
And we've got a timeout on the floor. 3:57 to go, first half, 26-23.
Munster, who was both the athletic director and the basketball coach at the time, wrote me a letter. Said, we're interested in you coming to the school. And so I went over and visited in January or February of 1977 and kind of fell in love with the school. And I felt like if I can get a degree here, I'm going to get a job, and that mattered a lot to me. Hi, I'm Steve Hill, CEO and president of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. I get to work with an amazing team to promote Las Vegas as the #1 tourist destination and the go-to place for conventions, sports, and entertainment. We've helped expand the convention center, launch the Vegas Loop, and bring big events like the Super Bowl, Formula One, and WrestleMania to town. As chairman of the Stadium Authority, I also help oversee Allegiant Stadium, home of the Las Vegas Raiders, and the future A's ballpark.
Today's game brought to you in part by Risk Work. We make people feel safe. We protect your business and you live safe, and we've got you covered. It's Risk Work, 317-379-6755. Three-point game as we get past that media timeout. It'll put Pride at the line. He has taken a beating, a couple of shots to the face, and I think he got nailed pretty good on that last attempt as well.
Still fighting in there, though.
Well, I didn't think we'd expect much different than a physical game between these two teams. They're close proximity. You have one conference against the other conference, and I think
similar heights, too.
Yeah, exactly. And I think both teams are kind of glad they're just playing basketball right now, not thinking about finals. So lead down to 1. Take that back 2. My math isn't as good as it used to be. It was never good. Stevenson falls to the floor, and the pass off the fingertips of Kunkka. That is number 7. See, we count different out in Wyoming. It's a whole new world.
It's actually number 9 for turnovers.
Oh, they got him for 9 now.
They do.
Well, good for them. So I'll put 2 more on my sheet. Number 9 now for DePauw. Gentili on the screen and roll will find Pride, throws it up, no. Battle for the rebound, and it'll be Stevenson coming away with it. Good hustle by McElhaney to get down the floor as he had Caleb Washington sprinting to the other end. That's Stevenson outside the block. That's going to be a fun battle the rest of the way. The turnaround. Washington inside to Stevenson, who dunks it for the second time.
Slight shot fake there that a lot of people didn't see, but he got Pride moving, and that's why the open slam was there.
28-24. These starters have played much better after getting benched early by DePauw. That's Gentili. Pulls up from 15, got it.
Gentili again providing a spark off the bench. Already with 5 points.
At 10 against Earlham. That's Jacobs from 3, missed it. The rebound battled for, and we have a foul against McElhaney. Good rebound inside by Kunkka.
Going back to that dunk, yeah. Pride just tried getting there a little bit too quickly. Led to the easy slam.
Well, one thing about it, too, you had McElhaney and Pride. One of those guys is going to have to stay down. They both got caught in no man's land. McElhaney is out.
Yeah, he's got 2 fouls, so they'll have to put Murphy in.
Adianjo will check in. He wears number 5 now for DePauw. Second free throw is good. Tonka out of Naperville, Illinois. He is a junior, averaging nearly 13 per game. The lead is at 4. That is Jack Murphy trying to battle down low. Off the screen is Smith. High off the glass, no good. Adianjo with a rebound. This is Jacobs. Jacobs leans in, contact,
Tough
and
shot.
still makes the shot. Wow.
How many tough shots have we seen from Jacobs today?
Well, that really kind of shows you his upper body strength. He has 8. Lead at 6.
Well, those schools in Hamilton County will definitely do it to you for sure. HIC, one of the best programs in the state.
Yeah, just they're good in every sport. The drive, the shot short by Smith. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay here.
Jacobs might have gotten a hand on that one as well.
Shot clock resets to 20. Well, you have already seen the depth as that pass stolen away off the inbound. Jacobs back the other way, and Jacobs in double figures. And a timeout on the floor by Rose-Hulman. 1:25 to go. First half, it is a 30-second timeout. Back here at Rose-Hulman, a turnover by the Fighting Engineers. 1:09 remaining, 34-26. So it'll be DePauw basketball. They would love to finish this off very strong here in the first half. The up and under, nothing there. Adianjo got a little bit out of position on that last shot, and another turnover. Here's Jacobs back the other way, layup good.
Third steal, 12th point.
And a 10-point lead. This is a 20-point turnaround, as Rose-Hulman had a 10-point lead early, and they're going to play for potentially, or at least close to the final shot. Difference of about 4 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock. High screen by Pride. That's Studemeyer. Studemeyer, pull-up shot on the way, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Shot clock runs out. It really should have reset because it did hit the rim. We've had a couple of instances where the shot clock had run out, yet the ball had hit the rim.
Yeah.
So they're going to say it is Rose-Hulman basketball.
Yeah, they're going to give them another second as well because they all stopped when they heard the clock go off.
I don't think Rusty Lloyd agrees with that, though.
Well, you understand that. Yeah, you see both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Should be a little bit more court awareness, but whenever you hear the buzzer, you stop.
By the way, back in will be Joey Schmitz as Studemeyer will sit down. This will give Rose-Hulman an extra shooter on the floor if they decide to go for 3.
Yeah, Schmitz just 2 points in the first half.
Ball loose, turnover. Not a great way to finish for Rose-Hulman at the end of the first half. We'll take a timeout. Our halftime report coming up in a few moments right here on RHIT.TV.
My first role model was definitely my dad, because he was an engineering major.
My mother's in this field, so it kind of got me interested in it.
The fun is actually learning it, getting through all these experiences, having to go around that you can celebrate things with. That makes it very different.
You know, this school changed my life.
Here tonight, I would remind you that the Stone Age did not end because of a lack of stones. Every major advance in civilization is a result of innovation.
So Rose-Hulman coming up on 150 years. The feeling that I have is a sense of privilege to be a part of it.
I like to make things. That's something I really enjoy doing. Creation, problem solving. I tend to have ideas and think, okay, can I make that? Can I give it a shot, whether the answer is yes or no?
There's just a lot of people who care a whole lot here on this campus.
I feel immense pride in that community, the place where students, staff, and faculty have the opportunity to look into the future and see themselves.
Engineers are not in the business of predicting the future, we're in the business of creating the future.
And want to make it good, want to make it strong, and want to make it just as great as it can be for the next 150 years.
Each of you has an original story. Rose-Hulman has its own story too, in which you play a crucial part. Your time contributed to our 150th year history of innovation, entrepreneurship, and discovery. That has significantly helped us shape the world. Today, our stories continue into the future. And I know you'll all make us proud.
When I catch myself becoming curious, I notice my peripheral vision attenuating.
There's definitely a thrill.
Definitely keeps me up at night.
I think I'm somebody who, when I'm curious about something, I take immediate action. I'm immediately, like, running.
Curiosity for me, if I had to describe it in terms of a physical sensation, it would definitely be an itch. I have to scratch that until that sensation is gone.
It is definitely just an itch I can't scratch until I figure out what's going on, figure out what is at the bottom of everything.
What initially drew me in is, as a kid, you're like, yes, up is black at night. So I think that was really appealing to me, knowing that there was some hidden magic behind this veil of darkness. I do really like space. Space is one of my favorite things, just in general, all of space. 10 out of 10.
The kind of brain that thrives
is a curious mind.
Curiosity is such an important part of the academic endeavor.
And without curiosity, we wouldn't have the society we have today.
You don't explore the unknown if you're not curious.
Moment in your students' eyes. I live for that. I teach for that.
I mean, you can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your student to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
Welcome back to Rose-Hulman. Today's game brought to you in part by Labor's International Union of North America, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages and benefits, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. We are LIUNA. Halftime, 36-26, a 20-point turnaround. As we mentioned right before the break, DePauw benches their starters very early. They come back, the production starts to pick up. Rose-Hulman went absolutely ice cold there in the later stages of that first half. Your thoughts on what you saw?
You know, just two different teams that we saw in the first 5 minutes to the last 15 minutes. First 5 minutes really all Rose-Hulman, and then DePauw came alive. You know, benching the starters really woke them up, and then we saw Sam Jacobs really get hot, making plays on both sides of the ball. 12 points for him, 2 assists and 3 steals. While for Rose-Hulman really got cold, just 29% from the field, 2 of 15 from the 3 at 13%.
You know what's amazing about that number, and I'm pretty sure that 3-point might be the lowest they've had all year long. That is very uncharacteristic of a Rose-Hulman team from 3-point range.
And they made the first 3 as well, so they're really one of their last 14 from 3 as well. So just really ice cold. DePauw really beating them inside the paint as well. 14 points already for them inside the paint. But only 6 from Stevenson. They're still up by 10.
All right, here's how it went. DePauw again, you mentioned Sam Jacobs with 12. Ref Stevenson with 6. Kunka with 4 points. 4 by Ellis. 5 by Bach. And 5 by Nixon. On the other side for Rose-Hulman, they were led by Cole Pride with 7. Savovich with 6. Gentili with 5. 2 points by Studemeyer. Also in the scoring column, Schmitz with only 2. McElhaney with 2 and Murphy with 2. Now, we already said it earlier. If they're going to win this game today, Joey Schmitz is going to have to get his production up. It's 2 straight games in single digits. Team's leading score, and he has only 2 at halftime.
2 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, and also with the turnover. Only played 8 minutes, foul trouble.
Yeah.
He had 2 fouls as well. So there's something to mention as well, is that he didn't have a whole lot of time because he was in foul trouble, and they're going to need him a lot in the second half if they want to come back in this game.
And here's another key. When you look at the points in the paint, Rose-Hulman just 10. They are coming off a 50-point performance against Earlham, and generally they're in the 40-50 range about every game. They got to find a way to get some easy points.
And they do, but you got to give credit to the defense underneath, not only Stevenson but others as well. You know, Washington's been there as well, has been doing a nice job underneath the paint as well. And if you look for Pride, just 7 points, 3 of 10 from the field. He's also been taking some outside shots as well, which he can make, but you also need him down the paint as an inside presence.
All right, we'll take a timeout. Second half action coming up. DePauw on top of this one, 36-26 at the half.
A lot of times when you come to Rose, students will say the work is hard. And it is.
There's rumors about the difficulties of Rose-Hulman. I would say they're on par for the most part.
But 9 times out of 10, at the end, the student's going to end with that statement, but it's worth it, or I really enjoy it. And I think that's really the key part. Like, if you really like doing something, it's going to be a lot of work.
So the commonality is just the love for science and math. Mathematics is really the basis of all science and engineering. It's the language that we use.
We need to make sure that they have that backbone in order to succeed as future scientists and engineers.
We collaborate as faculty, and they see how one class starts to impact another class.
Math, science, technology, how intertwined they are.
Our students are very driven in everything that they're doing.
Is that opportunity to be pushed, because we do push the student to see what it is that you're actually capable of. We're not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. I think that matters.
Our job is to create a safe place to fail. That would be terrifying if you did that alone.
That results in students that are ready to walk out of the door and into their place of work, ready to be a productive contributor.
So our professors all know us by name.
It was refreshing to know that I would have a relationship with my professors.
And I think that's key.
Because of the very low class size here, it gives me, the instructor, an opportunity to actually be engaged with the student.
We know who's struggling, we know who's doing well, we know who's getting it.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
The faculty are there for you. All of our students are advised 100% by faculty.
Your professors already know you. Even if you haven't met them, chances are your professors have talked about you to other professors.
And we do all of our classes in 10 weeks.
Very fast-paced.
So as difficult as the courses might be, as rigorous
and difficult
as it might feel for those 10 weeks, you know that everyone here has your back.
I think the big thing that I want people to always know when I talk about Rose-Hulman is we, the faculty, are here at Rose-Hulman because we love teaching. That is the reason we are here, and I think that sets us apart from all other institutions.
Your kid's Friday night touchdown. Just Wit HD on Roku. IndianaSRN is bringing Central Indiana high school sports right to your living room in crystal clear quality. With over 350 live contests streaming each year, from football under the lights to basketball buzzer beaters, we're putting local athletes in the spotlight. Search IndianaSRN on your Roku device today and never miss a moment of hometown glory.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Back here at Rose-Hulman, it's a 10-point deficit for the Fighting Engineers. Let's talk about second half. Now, I think it's pretty evident for this Rose-Hulman team. The shooting numbers are telling us a big story that they have got to find a way to get some easier baskets, especially if the shooting from the outside doesn't pick up here quickly.
And they also have to stop forcing shots. You know, you're getting the offensive rebounds, but you're not taking advantage of it. You got to take advantage of that more often. I mean, only 3 second chance points, but 7 offensive rebounds. That's a recipe for disaster, which could have been very much avoided.
And you got to give, again, credit to DePauw. You're on the road. It's Christmas break. They got off to a very, very bad start, but for them to come back the way they did, I mean, Coach Lloyd probably had a few things to say to his starters, and it did wake him up.
It did wake him up for sure, and especially Jacobs. You know, Jacobs was the only starter that scored before he was before the starters were benched 3.5 minutes into the game, and they were benched for a couple minutes of the game. 2 or 3 minutes later, they came back in and really turned things around.
Now, before Rose-Hulman, they didn't make it out till about the 3-minute mark. They were in that locker room at halftime for a long, long time.
Yeah, Coach Sale's not happy with that first half, and really shouldn't be. You're up by 10 early in the game, and then you blow that lead now down by 10, a 20-point swing in a span of about 15 minutes. That's not a good way to end the first half.
So we're ready to get started for the second half. I would anticipate nobody really in big foul trouble right now. Nixon has 2 for DePauw. Everybody else pretty clean for Rose-Hulman. Savovich, Torres each have 2, but other than that, everybody should be ready to go.
Well, Schmitz got 2 as well, so something else to look at as well.
That's right. Yeah, Schmitz has 2.
That's why he wasn't. That's why he had 8 minutes in the first half, because he was in foul trouble, and they're going to need him all the second half.
I would be curious for Schmitz. Had such a hot start to this season and what has cooled off, but maybe it's just a matter of confidence too right now.
And also maybe a little bit better competition as well, because you can start off hot and then you cool down. They're on conference time, and the HCAC is not an easy conference at all. So something to look at as the season continues for Schmitz.
Washington takes it baseline against Studemeyer, turned his back, and the defense coming from behind is knocking it out of play will be Schmitz.
Got to continue playing aggressively on the defensive side.
That might have been the message too from Coach Sales, that we got to really clamp down on defense.
They're forcing the turnovers the way they want to. They forced 10 turnovers as well, but they're not really taking advantage of that either. They only have 6 points off of turnovers. And, if you want to win this game, you got to take advantage of the mistakes that the other team gives you. And Rose-Hulman has not done that today.
Have a foul call against Torres down underneath.
Now, is that before it came in?
Yeah, I think they're going to at least call it on the pass on the inbound. You saw it, a little bit of it right there. So it did take a second off the clock, but they put 20 on the shot clock. Torres is out, and they will need his athleticism and rebounding. He has not scored so far in today's game.
I just picked up his 3rd foul, so he'll be on the bench for a little while. And that's the last thing Rose-Hulman needed.
This is Jacobs. Gets the screen from Stevenson. Stevenson gets it back. Shot in the lane, missed. Pride with a rebound. Well, by the way, should mention with McElhaney in there, they do continue to get good scoring. Here's a shot by Pride from 3, missed it. The tip, right inside. McElhaney off the pass by Schmidt.
There's the second chance points that Rose-Hulman was looking for in the first half. The 8th offensive rebound, but just the 5th second chance point.
McElhaney with 4. Jacobs straight away missed it. And the rebound, Schmitz. By the way, if you're paying attention to the early college football playoff game, 3-3 with 8 minutes to go in the 4th. Who would have thunk that?
What a fun game.
Yeah. That is Daniel Savovich. He has 8.
A very similar start to the first half that we see from Rose-Hulman. See if they can keep that up.
Caleb Washington picks up his dribble. Now it'll be Joe Smith against Studemeyer. The screen by Stevenson. Stevenson gets it, drives, contact, no whistle. He thought he was fouled.
Yeah, Stevenson starts to be a little bit stronger as he pulls up, though, as he has the ball. He's got to be a little bit stronger with the ball, get the shots up with a little bit more ease, because he's got a big body, just hasn't used all of it.
Savovich off the miss. Tigers come back with a 6-point lead. Skip pass. 3 is on the way. It is good. Joe Smith.
And there again is Jacobs making that play. His 3rd assist.
Smith, his first basket. This is Cole Pride. Spins to the baseline. Missed it long. Tigers a chance to go up into double figures once again. Good job inside, layup good, give the assist to Washington, and it's now an 11-point lead.
Yeah, just a defensive breakdown from Rose-Hulman.
Shot clock at 18. Savovich off the screen. They'll reverse it now to Schmitz. Pride in the corner, Studemeyer. The extra pass, and it got him 3.
Needed it. Needed it big time.
Back to an 8-point lead. Tigers basketball. That's Jacobs. Jacobs drives in against the double team, and you've got to be impressed with the way he, not only the body control, but the strength he has to go to the rim.
He does, and he knows when to use his speed because he's got some acceleration to him.
Cole Pride at the other end. He has 9 as we trade baskets. So Tigers basketball. Here's Jacobs again. Little hesitation against Savovich. Jacobs to the baseline, off the glass, good. Again, good body control by Jacobs.
And did not have the size, but was able to still get the bucket to go.
Schmitz on the drive. It'll be Studemeyer in the corner, wide open 3, gets another one.
And Studemeyer, being an unlikely hero right now, just 25% three-point shooter, but has knocked down his last 2.
Coach Lloyd can't be happy with leaving Studemeyer by himself in the last 2 possessions. The drive off the glass, in and out. The offensive rebound, yes. And going to the line will be Brady Kunka. Take a look at both the Studemeyer shots as we head to a TV timeout. 15:30 to go. Second half, 47-38.
When I was growing up, I had pretty good math skills, and I had a high interest in science. My mother's father was an engineer. Although I never really knew him, I knew of him. So the option of being an engineer was always exciting to me. And as I progressed through high school, one of the things that really stuck out to me, our football training room in high school had a Rose-Hulman football poster. As I got closer to making a decision, I learned a lot about Rose, and the appealing thing to me was that it was going to be a small setting. I would maybe have an opportunity to play football, which I knew I wasn't going to be a professional football player, but the team association, the friendships, the camaraderie had always been important to me.
Today's game brought to you in part by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials, recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. So make sure you do your part and practice good sportsmanship. And by Family Source Insurance, Pat Cherry is your independent agent, proudly representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Give him a call, 317-894-7000. Head to the free throw line as Brady Kunka will look to complete the three-point play. Try to make it a 10-point game once again. Now, if he'd have missed it, we would have
gotten a lane violation.
Yeah.
Kind of a reoccurring theme the last couple of games for Rose-Hulman.
It certainly is. And even our high school game last night, we had 3 lane violations, all at the line itself. Yeah, crazy. Usually don't see 3 of those in a year.
We've seen 5 the last week.
That was off the mark. And then the ball thrown off the back of the backboard, right?
Yeah.
So that'll go back over to...
Yeah, even if it hits the bottom of the backboard, it still is out of bounds. So just unlucky for DePauw and a break for Rose-Hulman.
Well, I think that Coach Sales thought that even before that ball went off the backboard, they stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, he thought that Jacobs still had a foot on the line. regardless, gets the break.
McElhaney on the drive, foul call, and looks like we may have ourselves a technical.
Nope, just a goaltend.
They get a goaltend on it?
They get a goaltend, so it'll be an and
All
one.
right. So good news for the Fighting Engineers. Rusty Lloyd is like in complete disbelief. Well, there is some discussion, though. The official held up 2 fingers as it was to be a 2-shot foul. But as you said, if it's a goaltend,
it was an and one. Yeah, only 1 shot. So just kind of a brain fart by the official, but it all ended up being ended up being correctly done.
By the way, that foul on Caleb Washington, it was his second. So the lead back to 8. That is Washington. Spins, leans, missed it. Ball saved from going out of bounds. Good hustle.
Nice play by Adanju.
Shot clock at 12. Adanju down inside and a foul call. They may get Murphy. Got a little too handsy, I believe.
Yeah.
So Murphy picks up number 2.
And Pride comes back in. It's been a bit of a quiet game for him as well. Just 9 points, 4-13 from the field. Struggled from shooting today.
Off the inbound and the 3. Excellent shot by Bach.
Billy Bach having a really nice afternoon. Just came into this game just an 8% three-point shooter, 2 of 3 from 3 today, 3 of 4 overall.
Yeah, and the lead back to 11. McElhaney. And a foul call against Washington. That's the inbound 3 we saw by Bach. Caleb Washington just picked up number 3.
The first player for for DePauw to really see some foul trouble.
Savovich off the handoff. Off the glass, good. Double figures now, Savovich with 10. And the lead back to 9. This is Ellis. Good ball movement back to Washington on the left side. Shot clock is down to 10. Bach on the drive and a shove from behind. They will get Schmitz.
That's his 3rd. And Schmitz has still been quiet. Just 6 shot attempts, 1 of 6 from the field, and he'll take a seat as well.
Boy, it is no mystery. They will need his offense to pick up here in the second half, and quickly, only 2 points. It would be his 3rd straight game in single digits. They've been fortunate to win both games, and I think they called a double foul, Gentili and Bach.
2 warnings maybe. Yeah, it is double foul.
Don't see that very often either.
Things you've seen the last week here in basketball are things you see once in a season.
Guess that gives them an idea. They're trying to clean it up, and another foul, and I think they got Gentili again.
That would be his 3rd.
Yeah, I think that right now they're trying to clean it up a little bit so it doesn't get out of hand if things continue to get close.
Yeah, but now DePauw's in the penalty the rest of the way.
Little floater in the lane. Good touch there by Ozlowski. His first 2. Lead at 11. Pride trying to get position underneath. It'll be Studemeyer. McElhaney also being fronted down low. Gentili back to McElhaney for 3. Hard. Rebound Gentili. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover by Rose-Hulman.
Look at that last 2, but again, Rose Holman being still not shooting the ball very well. Just 37% overall. They are shooting the ball a lot better in the second half though, at 58% before that missed shot, but still you want to see the percentage go up. 29%, it's hard to come back from.
Long range jumper is short as Ellis unable to connect. We'll head back the other way. Gentili off the glass, no good. Ball safe from going out of bounds by Bach. Tigers quickly in transition the other way as they set it up in the half court. Coming up on 12 minutes remaining in this one. The spin in the lane. Nothing that time for Bach. Here's Ellis. Ellis double team, swings it into the corner, almost threw it away. Shot clock at 2, ball comes loose, and that'll be a shot clock violation. And we've got a TV timeout, 11:56 to go. DePauw leads it by 11.
The thought process and the training on how to think about things, I think has been more valuable than the degree in my career. But I really feel like Rose taught me just the structure of how to think well. That structure and that discipline has been something you can apply even when it's not to what is kind of a stereotypical engineering problem. That's been, I feel, a real benefit.
Hey sports fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Today's game brought to you in part by Aspen Creek Grill. If you're looking for fresh, amazing food and servers who truly care about your experience, try Aspen Creek Grill. 11-point lead as DePauw, after falling down 10 early, has really limited this Rose Holman offense. As Savovich drives, it's deflected. Nope, they're going to say it was not touched by the Tigers. Turnover by Rose Holman.
They're going to review it.
By the way, it was a pass intended for Christian Torres, who came back into the lineup, who is still scoreless in today's game.
See if we can see anything. Oh, yeah, definitely tipped. Let's see it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, looks like number 11, which is Billy Bach.
Should not be a long review.
As they take a look at it, a reminder that one of our great sponsors, Wheeler Mission, 131 years. Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. If you'd like more information, give them a call, 317-686-6239. We had, I think, 2 reviews the other night?
I believe so. I think one was a flagrant, the other one was a challenge. This one is a challenge.
And they are pointing that we'll stay here.
We have a successful challenge from Rose Holman.
So there is 17 on the shot clock as we resume play after the quick review. Savovich drives in the lane, off-balance shot, up and good. 12 now for Savovich.
Yeah, he's been one of the bright spots of the game today for Rose Holman. They haven't had a whole lot after the fantastic start that they had, but they needed one. It's him.
9-point lead. They'll work it down low. Nice shot fake. Got the defender in the air, and the bucket good by Ozlowski.
Ozlowski able to get the defender off his feet.
Lead is back to 11. Savovich again has his shot blocked. Fast break back the other way. The drive and a foul call, basket good as Kunka goes to the line. So now the lead is extended to 13.
Take a look at that again. Just transition in favor of DePauw. Use the contact against Pride and got the shot to fall.
Free throw is on the way. Got a kind roll. Second time that Kunka in the second half has had a three-point play. And now the lead at 14. Savovich, the screen by Pride. Torres, the handoff, Gentili. Pride with 9 on the shot clock, gets it off to Savovich, behind the back dribble, turnover. Turnover, Nate Smith. Smith trying to come back, get a steal himself. Boy, how about the balance there?
Ozlowski was about ready to fall back beyond half court. Was able to keep his balance for long enough, just get rid of the ball and then fall back beyond half court.
Ellis on the drive. Gets it back. Shot clock at 5, and they turn it over. So the Tigers unsuccessful in their offensive possession. This is Pride. Pride, the drive, foul, and he'll go to the line for 2. Should be Ellis on the reach.
Number 0, Eli Ellis.
It is.
It's his first personal foul. Team's fourth foul. Full Pride, shooting 2.
That's a great play right there to get the defender in the air as the free throw is good. Pride now double figures with 10. Schmitz will check in. Savovich will sit down. Also coming in for DePauw will be Joe Smith. Second free throw is no good. When we look at the scoring and we talk about Schmitz with only 2, Stevenson on the other side has only 6, and the average is nearly 19.
That's because you have other players. Again, you don't have to rely on him to necessarily get the 19 because you also have Jacobs who has 12 and Kunka who has 12, or I should say Jacobs has 16, Kunka has 12, right at about their averages. So able to have other players step up. That's just been the kind of day it's been for DePauw after that slow start. And Smith.
Wow. At the buzzer, Smith. Now a 13-point lead. Schmitz drives and will go to the line for 2.
Still right at the buzzer. Take a look at that again.
That's his tough shot.
It is.
Adeyanju picks up the foul. That'll be his first. Schmitz, that's his first trip to the free throw line this afternoon.
Just his 3rd point.
Four now by Schmitz. 61-47. Now Rose-Hulman putting a little pressure on the basketball. Bach feeds it down underneath. Nothing this time for the Tigers. The high screen. Let's see what Joe Smith will do with it. Skip pass. Shot clock at 8. Ozlowski and a foul call. We'll get Gentili.
That's his 4th.
That's his 4th personal foul.
Looks like Jacobs coming back in the ball game. Got a good rest.
So he'll be ready to play the last 8:38. Try to lead his way to victory for DePauw. Try to get its 5th straight victory.
Ozlowski. All 5 points coming in the second half. Second free throw is missed. Pride hard to the floor. Not sure if Stevenson got him or not, but Pride is very slow to get up.
He's been hitting the deck a lot today.
And right now, Rose-Hulman could use a bucket for the next TV timeout. Studemeyer drives in the lane, short on the shot. Tigers running the floor again. And now they'll set it up in the half court. That is Joe Smith against Studemeyer. And then he throws it away.
A miscommunication on the side of the paw. Nice ball movement, and Schmitz.
Off the turnover, they had a 3-on-1 break the other way, and they make it count, 62-49. The kick inside, shot fake, and then off the glass, and good. As once again, Conca gets inside. Right now, the two teams just trading baskets as Schmitz drives. Savovich to the lane, blocked shot, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay here, and we've got a TV timeout. 7:23 to go. DePauw leads at 64-49.
It's all about bringing people together, and it's all about dogs.
Dog Day in the drive-thru is a day where we give back to our furry friends.
We hand toys out to dogs and their owners in the drive-thru.
My dogs love this event. Tails start wagging, the heads are out the window.
We also partner with local animal shelters to help dogs find their forever home.
Chick-fil-A knows the heart of the community. You meet new friends, you meet new dogs.
We just love seeing their faces in the drive-thru.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Today's game brought to you by LifeWise Academy. LifeWise programs support educators and communities by improving student outcomes. With LifeWise Academy, your community can bring biblical values back into the classroom. Give them a call, 614-367-5767. Trainer was checking out Cole Pride.
Yeah, couldn't tell exactly what it was, but we've seen him grimace a couple times today and landed hard on the couple possessions ago on the floor. There's a quick foul on DePauw.
That'll go against Conca. That is just his first. Well, we're getting close to what we would consider crunch time when you're down to 7:21 right here and you're down by 15. 20 on the shot clock. Schmitz in the corner, missed it. Battle on the rebound, won by Murphy. Studemeyer from the left side, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Murphy. And I'm not sure, we're going to have a challenge in this one too?
Potentially.
I was going to say that Matthew and Savannah doing a great job, but our producer, I don't think he got the replay on that. What is going on? Is he a union guy? You only get so many replays and you stop? That's right. Well, I'm not sure how they'll check it out if they don't have one. So I'm taking they take your feed. Is that, do they look at your feed? Okay. No, they don't take your feed? Oh, they do? We couldn't. I know. They don't care. I just wondered where it was, if there was a camera. Where did they put it? Oh. Okay, well, now we've settled that debate from the other night.
I don't know. I think I see our scoreboard on TV, but it's a little TV.
Why don't you have Matthew go down there and check it out? He's not doing anything right at the moment anyway.
He can't even hear us.
Nope. Well, they must have something separate from us because they're taking a really long look. Don't forget, we're back here on Tuesday. It's another afternoon game, a 1 o'clock start time against Olivet. Chris Schumerth will be with me on Tuesday. No, I'm excited anytime I can come to Rose-Hulman. So the second challenge is successful.
It's an interesting new rule that they have this year in college basketball, Coach's Challenge. Started doing it in the NBA a couple years ago, now brought to college basketball.
Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Murphy, the handoff to Studemeyer. 15-footer is long, and it'll be DePauw basketball. Well, they won the challenge, but could not capitalize getting that possession back. Jacobs and a foul from behind. They're going to get Murphy again. Well, today's game brought to you in part by Morales Group Staffing. Their business to create a better future for you, your family, and the community we share. Whether you're looking for the right career or the perfect candidate, make sure you give them a call, 317-472-7600. Stevenson, his first point of the second half. He has 7. By the way, Miami now leads Texas A&M 10-3.
A&M looks like they're right by the goal line, though.
Yeah. They better hurry. There's only 28 seconds remaining. Entry pass and a foul from behind on Stevenson. Yeah, I'm sure the fans look at a game like that. You're at home, and you've only managed 3 points.
This game's been a little bit more entertaining than the football game, I will say.
I would say so. Murphy's free throw is good. Murphy has 3. Rose-Hulman so far just 24 points scored here in the second half. They'll go back to their bench as Nate Smith will check in. Get a little quicker at the guard position as they'll try to force some turnovers on the full court press. Broken easily by Joe Smith. Down the lane, Smith missed the left-hand layup, and they'll get it back once again. Ozlowski. Smith, the 3, no good. Battle for the rebound. Stevenson able to come away with it. It'll be Jacobs.
What a big-time rebound.
The spin in the lane, and we have a jump ball. Yep.
We'll go to Rose-Hulman.
Rusty Lloyd, I don't think he liked that call either. I always love watching coaches. Still a 15-point lead. Torres, straightaway 3 is hard. Able to get his zone rebound. Torres drives in the lane, layup good.
Nice spacing to be able to get the open layup from Rose-Hulman. Still not over yet. Rose-Hulman's had some comebacks this year. And do they have another one in their back pocket here against DePauw the weekend before Christmas?
By the way, Torres picking up his first basket of the day. That is Stevenson against Murphy. Murphy on the floor, gets the takeaway. Savovich, as we're under 5.5. Schmitz on the drive, right hand, yes. Well, they may have a run on them right here, huh? By the way, final, Miami wins at 10-3.
2 road victories to start the college football playoffs.
How about that, huh?
The exact opposite, really, of last year.
There's Schmitz. Took that hit a little bit low. Joe Smith picked up the foul. That is just his first. So right when the Fighting Engineers need some offense, Schmitz is coming up big for them. He had 2 at the half. He has 7 in the second half.
Yep,
so
he's got 9
that's
now.
what they needed, right?
Yep, it is. And a turnover? Almost.
Torres has that length. And then, of course, the quickness by Nate Smith helping as well.
At what point do you call timeout if you are DePauw? Because you slowly start to see your lead slipping away. And really struggling here to get across half court.
And that's why DePauw gets a timeout. Let's see if it'll be a 30 or a full. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. It's a 10-point lead. Following that 30-second timeout, you mentioned a little bit ago, DePauw needed that timeout just from a standpoint to set things up and what they'll be facing with the pressure. That defensive pressure is amped up a little bit more by Rose-Hulman, knowing that they're down by 10 with 5 minutes remaining. Here's a 3, no good.
The right play was made, just couldn't hit the shot.
That was Washington unable to connect. Savovich gets the high screen from Murphy. Savovich drives, and an offensive foul call. And I think they may get Murphy. And they did.
That's his 4th.
I think what he's saying there is that Murphy moved.
The ball got stuck.
Screen, right?
The ball got stuck right behind the mat. So they had to, wherever that is, I think it might be tarp, but
they had to retrieve it, huh?
They had to retrieve it.
Lead pass, Jacobs draws the defender, feeds it underneath, basket good.
That's the right play again, made by Jacobs, his 5th assist. He easily could have 6 or 7 assists as well.
Adeyanju gets the bucket.
Ooh,
and a hard foul.
Hard foul.
Torres and Adeyanju both go down. Adeyanju just picked up
We're going to
number
review
2.
this to see if it was a flagrant foul.
I think
so
maybe
another review.
I think he was thinking maybe Adeyanju got caught in the air, and I don't think there was anything too flagrant about it, but they'll take a look at it. So again, with Miami beating Texas A&M at Texas A&M, we saw Oklahoma lose a 17-point lead last night, and they lose to Alabama, so Alabama will play Indiana in the Rose Bowl.
Flashback to the fans of Indiana Week 9 chanting they want Bama.
That's right.
They got their wish. They got their wish, so now let's see how that goes.
I guess Miami, too, is telling everybody who thought they should not have been there that they belong.
Correction, his 4th personal foul, team's 9.
Torres practicing his free throws before.
See what they call it. Don't know if we have a good look on that or not.
We're going to talk to our producer.
I know. He's slacking. Anything to stay here to get rid of that traffic on I-70 on the way back to Indy.
Oh, my. I hope it is.
It looks like it's cleared up a little bit.
Good.
It looks like it's cleared up.
Just tell me it's cleared up a lot so I can get through there.
I think it's cleared up enough to the point where it's not really going to affect you a whole lot.
Good.
Maybe just a little bit of stoppage from what I'm looking on my map. Looks a lot more controlled.
Oh, good. So Caleb Washington picks up his 4th. So Torres at the line will be there for 2 shots.
Again, really the first player for DePauw to be in foul trouble.
It'll help that Christian was working on his free throws during that review.
Yeah, I got that miss out of the way when he was practicing.
Coach Lloyd still talking with one of the officials. So now the lead down to 10. Stripped away, the steal and the bucket. No, Torres missed it, gets it back, lays it in, and another foul. And right now, DePauw not handling the press at all.
Not at all. You would think that with more experienced guards, they would be able to with a little bit more ease, but so far, it's really been a struggle fest for DePauw to break this pressure from Rose-Hulman.
Joe Smith committed.
Gets his own rebound, but a lane violation.
Yeah.
Are they calling a foul?
Well, they must. Yep. They got Savovich.
That would be his 4th. No, 3rd.
Well, it was Joe Smith who committed that turnover, and he's one of your guys that you hope that if you get it into his hands, he'll take care of the basketball. As Ref Stevenson at the line, only 2 free throws in the second half. He has not been much of a factor for DePauw as he misses the front of 2.
And that's the person that you probably would expect to be the factor is Stevenson, but just with 8 points now, 4 of 7 from the charity stripe, 4 of 8. And the door freaking even more open for Rose-Hulman for a comeback here.
Still down by 8. Murphy drives, left hand no. Torres, yes.
Now it's a 6-point game, and before you know it, in the span of about 2.5 minutes, 2 possessions, and DePauw still having trouble getting the ball across half court with the pressure, now does.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty though.
It was not pretty one bit.
So now let's see if DePauw. Here is the 3 on the way by Jacobs. Missed it. Battle for the rebound. And guess who's stuck in there? Offensive foul against Stevenson.
Looks like they might be going over the back.
Well, Rusty Lloyd didn't like that call. We've got a timeout. 3:41 to go. It's a 6-point lead.
Interested in starting business from the early lemonade stand as a kid to like starting my own software development website business in high school. Kind of turned me on to like computers and ultimately engineering. My name's Jeremy Clark. I graduated in 2009 with a software engineering and computer science degree, and currently am CEO of Plainsight Ventures. I was really interested in entrepreneurship, but I took it to the next level. And eventually, I was able to use those relationships with those professors to kind of do a lot of independent studies my last year at Rose. Once you kind of figure out, what you want to do and what you're passionate about, you can kind of chart your own path. And from that experience, I ended up starting another business, and I realized at my core, I just enjoy like tinkering and building things.
We're back here at Rose-Hulman, 68-62. Tigers trying to hold on with 3:41 remaining, and Boy, I tell you what, Rose-Hulman hanging in there, though. That pressure defense has really hurt the Tigers here down the stretch.
They really have, and it's been really a flip of the switch the last couple of possessions. A couple turnovers and a couple of offensive rebounds from Rose-Hulman, but a big missed free throw.
Murphy gets one more. He has 4. Now 2 of 3 from the line. Back into the lineup for DePauw will be Caleb Washington.
That foul, by the way, was the 4th on Stevenson.
So they're going to save him for a little bit if they need him down the final couple of minutes. Both free throws missed. And a player down as Kunka went down in the paint. I've seen a lot of that today on both sides.
We have.
Looks like he's motioning that he took one upside the noggin.
We're going to take a look at this. It looks like
How many times do we get a review?
Do we have a view on this?
I won't ask our producer if we have a view on that. Seems to be a little testy this afternoon. Must have been that great game he had last night. Games. I saw you on the up in the stage area. Well, they apparently looked at something, right? And didn't find anything.
If it was anything, it was just incidental contact. That had no wind-up, no follow-through.
Well, and Kunka will have to sit down for a little bit as Bach is back in.
You know, Bach's had a nice game for DePauw today, though. He's got 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field.
Well, Jacobs had 12 at halftime, just 4 in the second half.
Well, he's only taken 4 shots in the second half.
That's right.
2 of them
Pressure again.
threes. Lucky that they didn't get a 5-second call.
Nice pass inside, layup good as Ozlowski. That was a great pass, though, by Caleb Washington. But even better, Ozlowski getting the defenders in the air. Schmitz inside, Torres.
It was tipped off the hands of Jacob, went right to Torres. So really a lucky basket. And this is the last place you want to be, but they're going to call a foul.
And Joe Smith a little upset with Nate Smith. But you know those guys are going to come after you. The one thing that bothers me about this press breaker for DePauw is they throw it into the corner. And if you don't reverse it fast enough, what do you expect is going to happen? They're going to come trap you there. You got to reverse it faster.
Well, you also probably, they call a technical foul.
Somebody must have said something that they shouldn't have, is my guess. And it must be against Rose-Hulman, huh?
It's on Smith.
So that'll put Jacobs at the line. Boy, you hate to see that. You're only down by 6. And I have a feeling Jacobs is not going to miss a whole lot from the free throw line.
What'd you say?
Sorry. So coming out of the lineup, Nate Smith, who got the technical and now explaining to his head coach why he got the technical. I don't think Coach Sales is going to buy it, but now we'll head to the free throw line with Joe Smith.
And free throws now becoming a problem for both teams. Missed some crucial ones down the stretch. 5 missed free throws in the second half for Rose-Hulman. And now 6 missed for DePauw.
Wow. They have not been able to close this game out. 2:45 to go. Schmitz. That's Studemeyer on the drive. Torres, the quick kick. Studemeyer. Savovich, baseline, no good. Rebound Jacobs.
Nah, if you're Studemeyer, you got to shoot that shot. You were wide open. You're down by 6. About down by 7. Could have made a 4-point game. You got to shoot that wide open shot.
I think that's what Savovich is saying to Studemeyer. And that'll put Jacobs at the line.
Just missed a free throw.
So you basically have seen opportunities both ways, and there's another miss. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything about Jacobs not missing free throws very often. That's my fault. You'll apologize to him for me? Thank
Sure.
you. Appreciate that. Well, he did get that one. 2 for 4 from the line in the second half. Back to an 8-point lead. Savovich. Gentili back in the lineup at the elbow. He was looking for Savovich and he turned it over.
Crucial turnover.
Well, back the other way, and they have not handled it well either. Speaking of Rose-Hulman, they're going to have to amp up this pressure a little bit more because you know now DePauw's going to use as much time as they can. This is Smith. The drive in the lane. Left hand good. They wanted to travel on it. They didn't get it. Back to 10. Savovich. The drive. Looks inside Torres. Torres back to Savovich. Has his shot blocked. Gets it back. Here is another block. 2 blocks in a row. Shot clock at 9, and they turn it over. 2 crucial turnovers. 2-on-1 break. Layup good, Jacobs, and that may do it. Rose-Hulman did not execute well in that last possession. 2 blocked shots and a turnover. Gentili leans and scores. So now under a minute remaining, you're trapped on the sideline again. They're able to get away with it this time, but then quickly back the other way, and the reverse layup is good as Bach now in double figures. Lead back to 12. Schmitz from about 15, can't get it to go, and that's pretty much going to wrap it up. As DePauw will just get it into the front court and hold on to it, and this one's over. There's a difference of about 4 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock. And DePauw's going to win their 9th of the season. Rose-Hulman will have their winning streak snapped. Look at these blocks. There's 1. Savovich got it back. There's 2. Shot clock violation there, but those were really 2 key plays defensively for DePauw. Inbound, final seconds right here, and this one's over. DePauw, 78. Rose-Hulman, 66. We will come back. We're not sure whether Coach Sales will make his way up. If he does, we'll talk to the head coach. If not, we'll come back and wrap it up in a moment right here on RHIT.tv.
I'm Barry Schneider. I'm the President and Chief Operating Officer of Steel Dynamics Incorporated. Steel Dynamics is the largest recycling company in the United States. Faculty here is here to teach. You're not a bother, you're a purpose, but you can't be shy about asking. That's where you figure out I can only be better if I'm willing to accept the help and ask for it. Year in, year out, the caliber of graduates that comes out of Rose-Hulman stands above because this is a challenging environment. But it's a challenging environment that's designed to help us be successful. And that, again, is the small school approach where the faculty is committed to your education. You are the purpose. The school's here. Rose-Hulman is and will always be a special place for me because of the people that I've shared the experience of being here with. Together, we are stronger.
Final score, DePauw 78, Rose-Hulman 66. We'll get some final numbers, I'm sure, here in a couple of moments. Once we do, we'll try to pass those along, and then we'll await word whether Coach Sales will make his way. Well, you got stats right there. We don't need anything. I love technology.
Yeah, that's one nice thing about live stats.
Tell us what happened.
So starting off for DePauw, I should say, Jacobs with 20 points, 9 of 13 from the field, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals. Following him, Kunka with 14 points, 4 from the field, 5 rebounds. Finishing double digits for DePauw, Bach with 10 points, 4 of 5 from the field. A nice day for him. Now, someone who only averages about 3 points a game and does not shoot the ball very well was really effective today. Another side for Rose-Hulman, they had 3 players in double digits as well, leading the way. Savovich with 12 points, 5 of 12 from the field. Torres with 10, a lot of those in the second half. 4 of 7 from the field with 6 rebounds. And Pry with 10 points, 4 of 13 from the field with 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal.
Yeah, by the way, we're back here. We want to mention again on Tuesday, it was a 2 o'clock start time. Today it will be a 1 o'clock start time coming up on Tuesday. So make sure that you mark that down in your calendar, and that'll be our final broadcast for the 2025 portion. And then we'll be thinking about what's coming up in January. It'll be a very busy schedule in January as well. So make sure you tune in to RHIT.TV and also IndianaSRN.org, and we'll be able to give you the upcoming schedule as well. I don't think either team really handled the pressure down the stretch as well as you would like, and I'm sure both coaches would agree that the amount of turnovers and not being able to capitalize on free throw shooting, which if you get into a really, really close game could be a big factor. So talk about some of the things you like to see them do to kind of alleviate that toward the end where they play better.
Well, again, as you mentioned, free throw shooting a big factor. Both teams missed 7 free throws in the second half, just 2 of 9 from the charity stripe. Or I should say 8 of 13 from the charity stripe for Rose-Hulman, but a lot of misses late in the second half, and just 7 of 14 from DePauw at 50%, 63%. And DePauw came into this game not the best free throw shooting team to begin with, at 61% coming into this game. So, you know, they're actually a little bit above their average. But if you are DePauw and you want to make a deep run in the tournament, then you really got to pick up on your free throw shooting.
Well, on the other side, when you mentioned DePauw, the handling of the press was a little bit surprising, and I'm sure they'll work on that as well. From a standpoint, once they get back into practice, it'll be something that they'll have to certainly alleviate when they get into their conference portion of the season as well. Hey, I want a reminder for everyone that this afternoon's game on RHIT.TV is a copyrighted production of IndianaSRN and the HCAC. Any reuse of the video, audio, or any element of the broadcast without the express written consent of IndianaSRN and the HCAC is strictly prohibited. We're going to wrap it up. I think that Coach Sales will not be making his way up here, so we're going to get out of here and let everybody get home for the day. We want to thank the entire crew for a great job again here this afternoon. And again, we're back Tuesday. Pregame will begin at 12:45. The tip-off will begin at 1 o'clock as Rose-Hulman will take on Olivet. All the action right here on RHIT.TV. That will do it. Final score, DePauw 78, Rose-Hulman 66. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time here on RHIT.TV.